Hey guys, what's up? Craig, Fergie Time. Hey, today I have a fun episode. It's with Lorie, and she's on Instagram, Builds and Wheels. Lorie Builds and Wheels. I'll put the link down below. And she's working out at Karnage Motorsports, and man, she's crushing it. She's building this 392 and it's amazing build, and it's fun. It's fun to see what she's doing, and yeah, so I hope you get something from it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, Craig here, Fergie Time, and today I got a special guest, Lorie from, I guess you're working at Karnage Motorsports, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, you had that Gladiator, and then you start in the 392, and I just love all the stuff you're doing. It's just awesome. Chat a bit, and I don't know, why don't you just start out, just how did you start getting into Jeeps and wheeling and all that fun stuff?
Okay, so like 16 years ago, I met my partner at the time, and he had Jeeps, he had sports cars, all the things. And then we just really started getting into Jeeps. You know, we go off-road just like with his buddies. Like, it wasn't anything that we filmed or anything that, you know, we put out on social media. It was just something that we did for us and that we enjoyed doing with our friends in Kentucky.
So that's where you were at that time, Kentucky?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
we met in Kentucky, and we wheeled Harlan and a couple other places there. And so then, you know, we started moving around. Life got crazy. We did sports cars for a little while, had a couple Porsches, Lamborghinis, you know, all the things. And then we got back into, you know, of course, off-roading. Kind of went through a cycle. We would have off-road, then we'd have sports cars. And then I lost my dad. He took his life. And so I needed a project to keep myself busy. And so that's when we bought the Gladiator. And so I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, may as well film it and let everybody, you know, see what's going on. If they think I'm interesting, then they can follow along. If not, that's okay too. So I started building that up, and like 4 years ago.
Oh, so not that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, not that I've been recording everything. Like 16 years ago, like we still built everything. We just didn't record.
So that was all in Kentucky, but you're in Miami now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been down here for about 6 months. Before that, California. I've lived all over the U.S. Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Washington, Oregon, California, now Florida.
How do you skip over Colorado when you name all those states?
Unfortunately, the job never took us there. I mean, we spent some time in Colorado, not enough. I definitely need to get back out to Colorado and do some more wheeling, but just the job never took us there, unfortunately.
Are you working at Karnage Motorsports, or are you just there using their stuff to do what you want to do?
No, so currently I am actually employed by Karnage Motorsports. I am the shop foreman currently. So I look over the guys and make sure they're on track and help out and scheduling and help plan events and all the things.
Nice.
Wear a lot of hats.
My question for you, since you kind of went there from Mr. Will I Am, aka Mr. Carnage, he wanted to know how you enjoyed managing people that don't speak English and they only speak Spanish.
It has definitely been a learning curve for sure. I enjoy it. At times it can be challenging. But, you know, if you don't have challenges, then you don't get better, right? It's helping me learn. It's helping me, you know, learn another culture, another language. I mean, how is that a bad thing? It's been fun. Sometimes the conversations are not exactly easiest, but we all have
I heard you get some technical help from something.
Oh, yes. Google Translate is my best friend. Talk a lot to Google.
So how did you get into wrenching? Because it's not like a lot of women do that.
I'm kind of an odd woman, I guess you could say.
I think it's awesome. But yeah, just how do you... Because I see some of the stuff you do, and it's freaking intense.
Yeah, sometimes I get myself into things and I'm like, oh, this is just going to be simple. And then I'm like sweating and cussing and pulling and tugging, and it's not as easy as I thought. I don't know. I've always really enjoyed learning new things. Like I said, 16 years ago, I started this journey like with Jeeps. and I didn't know really anything about wrenching. I just kind of jumped in and I'm like, hey, what can I do to help? What's this? I asked a lot of questions because I feel like the only way you learn is asking questions so you can have things elaborated on. And I've just always really enjoyed to learn. And I'm a very hands-on person. I'm not like a book person. I don't want to be in an office all day. I'd rather be busy.
The 392 that I always see in your videos, is that yours or was that like a client or?
That's mine. Yeah.
It is yours. So we'll just let you work on your own stuff in the shop?
When I was living in California, Will and I kind of had a deal with, we'll do some social media, we'll build the Jeep, the shop can help you out, you help us out for a while, and then ended up staying. So things shifted around a little bit, and then I took a job with Karnage, so now I'm here.
What's your favorite part of the build process? So like your 392, did you get it stock and just blow it up and then make something cool from it? Or like, did you have a plan from the beginning or?
So I started planning probably last year around June or July that I wanted to get a salvage title 392. I started looking for...
Oh, it's a salvage title? Okay.
It's a salvage title. It rolled 3 times. And so I started looking for them. I found this one like 2 months in, but the auction wasn't until December. So I basically just had to sit and look at it forever. And I tried to make a couple buys like in between, but they just never panned out. And then in December, just got super lucky, got a really good deal on it. Then once I got possession of it, I ended up taking it to Kentucky with the hopes of replacing enough factory parts to drive it to Miami. But of course, when you buy an auction, you buy it sight unseen most of the time. I was in California, the Jeep was in Georgia. I got to Kentucky, started fixing the things, that I could physically see that I knew needed fixing. And then, the last thing that I was going to do was replace a control arm that had bent underneath. Fixed the grill, fixed the windshield, fixed all of those things, just made the hood close, basically. I lifted it up and I got underneath of it and I was like trying to get the control arm out and I could see like the axle like shifting. I'm like, it's happening. After a little closer inspection, I found that the housing was cracked. And the tube was actually twisting within the housing. And the funny part is that I actually drove it 5 miles to the location before finding out that the axle was busted. So that was kind of a fun experience. Like, I lived.
Did you put tons on it?
It's currently sitting on a one-of-a-kind 73-inch wide Dana 60 front and 80 rear built by Busted Knuckle Offroad. Yeah, so we brought out the big boys for this one. So it's a Spicer builder kit. So basically what Spicer did is they sent every piece part that was needed, shipped it to Busted Knuckle. Busted Knuckle added a little extra spice in there for some extra strength and things. The rears, we had to press the tubes into the 80. The 60 came with tubes and we just had to put the C's on. So then we got to get that custom width, made it a little bit more aggressive.
So is it a little bit wider?
Yeah, it's a little bit wider. So Dana right now only comes out with a 68.5. And so, Dynatrack and everyone else has the wider axles, the 72-inch. And Busted Knuckle is like, well, if we want to go with these specific parts, make it a little bit stronger, we need just a little extra space. So we added that extra length and made it a little extra spicy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You pass anybody on a shelf road with that?
Not yet. I'm sure I will. It'll be super fun. It has its benefits when you're wheeling hard, but it also has a little bit of a downfall when you're in those tighter spaces.
So it's on these crazy axles, 40s, 42s?
42s. Can't lose on 42s.
And it's automatic?
Automatic.
Obviously, I see Karnage Motorsports. They're always doing some crazy stuff. What's one of the craziest builds you've seen there, got to work on?
I probably am going to say his name completely wrong, but Jake Lefevre and Jose Gonzalez. We were kind of building both of those as I was building the 392. Will just wheeled with Jake out in Alabama, I believe. And then Jose also had his first wheeling trip in Windrock when I took the 392 for the first time. So we got to wheel both of our Karnage builds for the first time on the same trails in the same location.
Oh, how'd they do?
Amazing. They did so good. I love mine. It rode like a dream. Like, it was so plush. Like, you couldn't feel bumps. Like, it was everything that I had dreamed of and more.
So you have this crazy Gladiator and now you have this crazy 392. Which one do you like better? Or pros and cons for each?
They're so different. I love the Gladiator because it's beautiful, it's big. You know, not many people wheel Gladiators like hard. You know, it takes a little bit. Does it have a
bobbed bed?
No, it was a full bed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So like wheeling it, you know, in Windruck, you really had to think about how you maneuver so you're not catching that rear end. That booty is big on that Gladiator. And then the belly on the Gladiator too. It's such a long wheelbase that, you know, you're going up something super steep and it likes to find that belly. So then you really have to get like the right angle. That in itself, having to deal with that longer wheelbase, makes you think of things differently. So now that I'm wheeling the 392 instead of a big old bus, it's kind of like, I feel like this is so much easier. Like, I don't have all that extra rear end in the back that I'm constantly worried about.
Is a 392 a 2-door or a 4-door?
A 4-door. It's not much shorter, but it is shorter. You can definitely tell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what are you going to wheel more now?
Well, I don't really have a choice.
You can use the Gladiator to just tow the 392.
So initially that was my plan, to get an aluminum trailer and tow the 392 with the Gladiator. But unfortunately, life events changed that for me. So I no longer have the Gladiator.
It is around. I didn't know that.
It is around, but it's still in California. So I will just be strictly wheeling the 392 from here on out, and any other little projects that I come up with in between.
Nice. You're better off. No, I'm kidding. One thing I saw on your 392 was your seats.
Yeah, I figured you like those seats.
I saw those and I was so freaking jealous. I was like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? How did you do that? Did they have that as a pattern? I didn't even see that.
No. So living out in California, being close to PRP, I developed a pretty good relationship with Justin that used to be there and Jay that's there now. I was like, hey, so I've got this wild idea. And I kind of, you know, shot them some pictures of what I wanted. And they're like, you find the fabric and we'll make it happen. And I said, okay, I can do that.
Oh, so you got the fabric and sent it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically PRP, if you send them any fabric, they, you know, basically just ask for a sample prior to sending everything so they can make sure it's good quality, it's going to hold up. And then you send them the fabric, they foam it for you, and then they create the seats. It's pretty amazing. They are an absolutely amazing company.
So when you're working in the shop, and I know I asked Will this question when we were talking to him, but is there like a mod that when people ask for and you're just like, no, you don't want that? Or besides the angry grill? Besides that.
That's always everyone's thing, the angry grill. I don't know. I guess I'm under the belief that Jeeps are like adult Legos and you get to build it to your own personality. So I like all of the different things, but I just sometimes wish people would do it in different steps. You know, like, oh, I've got this awesome Jeep and I'm going to spend $3,000 in lights. It's like, you don't have lockers. You don't have like the essentials, but I guess you're going to see real well.
So what's one of your favorite trails or wheeling trips so far?
One of my favorite wheeling trips was honestly probably to Colorado, not last year, but the year before. We went with John and Michelle from RPM, Julie and Matt, Aqua Jeep Girl and Aqua Jeep Guy, and Angie, Purple Haze. And we just kind of cruised.
Those are all my favorites. I love them.
No, I love them so much. But we just cruised. I mean, we just had a good time. Just went out and enjoyed nature. And
where'd you go? Do you remember?
So we went
to... Is it when Julie rolls? Is it when...
Yes.
Was it in Uray? And... Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was the one.
Did you see her roll or no?
Yeah. So I was standing at the top. I had just... So Matt went up. I went up. You know, both Gladiators. And then Julie was like, let's go. Like, you know, she's... all go, no stop.
Yeah.
Bless her heart. And just wrong place, wrong time. And honestly, we don't even know what happened. It just Jeeps. Sometimes it just happens. So I need to get back out there and do some more. That's really the only time that I've wheeled in Colorado, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
So do you have a trail time where you kind of got humbled?
At the end of I think it was 21 last year. You know, we went through the hard part. I didn't winch. I didn't have any problems at the very beginning of 21. And then we got to the end.
Is this Windrock you're talking about?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. At Windrock, 21.
Okay.
It's 21's no longer open because there was too many liability issues with the entrance to it. So many people had rolled and gotten hurt. So I did all of that. And then it was just like this, like one ledge, right? And so I'm like, okay, this should be pretty easy. I gave it the beans, but every single time I would find that belly. So then it was like, and then that was kind of like that epiphany, like, I need a shorter wheelbase. Like, I need like a JL. So that was when the hunt started. And then kind of came to the conclusion, you know, probably should just do a salvage title. There's no need to have a brand new $80,000 vehicle that I'm going to rip every single thing off of just to put on bigger and better parts. So why not just have the base, you know, the engine, which is basically what I want, and then add everything else. And then my pockets don't look as bad.
I think that's so smart. I mean, I've thought about that before because you always see on like Facebook Marketplace, salvage title, and everybody's dogging it and, oh, no, you don't want that. But if you're just getting it to wheel, I mean, you know, like, was the engine still good in the 392?
Yup, still good, still rolling like nobody's business.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're buying anyway, right? I mean,
exactly. If I can buy a 392 engine for like 20,000, like that's pretty good.
So when you're wheeling the Gladiator versus the 392, are you like, do you approach it differently? Obviously, different wheelbase, but as far as like your 392 can just take a lot more stress versus the Gladiator, or
it was actually a diesel as well, so it had a lot.
So it was okay.
It was. Yeah, it had a lot more power, a lot of torque. So I still have the power. It's just more, just different power this time.
How long have you been on Instagram or like showcasing what you're doing? I think you said you were still in Kentucky, I think, right?
No, so when I was in Kentucky, I didn't do anything with Instagram. It was just, we built the Jeeps and we just went and wheeled just for our own fun. Like, really, if we did anything, we would take like 1 or 2 pictures and that was it. Like, we didn't think about social media back then. That was 16 years ago. Social media back then is a lot different than social media now. So basically, we just wheeled for fun just because we liked it. We wrenched for fun because we enjoyed doing it and watching the project turn into something so much bigger and better than it was before.
So how important is it for you to kind of like have people know that, because your IG name is Build and Wheels, like how important is it for people to know you actually build what you wheel?
I'd like for people to know that I'm a multifaceted person. I'm not, you know, just another pretty face or whatever, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessary for anyone to know 100%, you know, oh, you built this. Like, I think honestly, most of the time I get the best reaction to people seeing the Jeep for the first time. They're like, oh my gosh, who built this? And I'm like, me. And then they're like, so I feel like even if they don't follow me, I love that shock factor of like getting to tell them like, hey, I did this. Like, I put in the blood, sweat, and tears. Like, you know, of course there is always help. Will and the guys at the shop, you know, it's always been all of us together, but you know, yeah, it's, you don't see very often, like you said, women that actually wrench. So
how do you think women are kind of like changing the whole Jeep and off-road community right now?
I think that we're actually showing people that we can be badasses too. This is kind of what I was alluding to before with my comment. We don't need the approval of anyone else to do the things that we do and enjoy and love. You know, we just do it because we love it, just like the guys have always done. And I feel like women have been so nervous about breaking down that wall, and now we busted all the way through it, and we're like, here we are. We build, we do exactly what we want, and we love it.
What advice you have for women wanting to do it?
Advice? Don't let anything or anyone stop you from achieving the goals that you want to do. Even if you think losing someone or something is gonna hurt you, like at the end of the day, you have to chase your dreams. You know, it's your life. It's not anyone else's. Just remember to push and make the best life that you can for yourself.
Do you think it's important for women to do some of the wrenching as well, or?
I think it helps to understand the functionality of the vehicle better. Sure. Do I think it's absolutely necessary? No, because women are, excuse my language, badass wheelers, and they don't necessarily wrench. It helps me to not have that feeling of desperation on the trail. Oh, I broke a drive shaft. What am I going to do now? I'm going to take the drive shaft out and I'm going to continue on about my business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need someone, I don't have to be like, can you help me that I've broken a drive shaft?
On a trail and had to take...
3 times at EJS this year.
Oh my gosh. So then you just finished the trail in 2-wheel drive or what?
Well, you just pull it out. Like, so it just depended on where I was in the trail. Like, 2 of the trails I finished, one of them I turned back because it was like the beginning of the trail and I got a little spicy on a side obstacle that, was a little too spicy. So the 2 I kept going just in 2-wheel drive, just had to give it a little bit more beans. And then the other one turned back, went searching for a drive shaft and got it fixed.
So I first met Will because of his videos with Marvin, the whole 24 hell and back.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite YouTube.
Absolutely.
I love to watch that. Are you ever going to do one of those with him, or have you done one of those with him? Or
I currently have not. But we'll see. We'll see what's coming up in the next year or so. And maybe you guys will get a little surprise.
Yeah, sweet. So what's some bucket list trails you want to hit?
Some bucket list trails. I've not been out to Texas. Wolf Caves. Yeah, that looks like some fun, really fun trails out there. And then I just need to get back out to Colorado, honestly, and run some more trails out there. I don't have anything specific that I want to run in Colorado, just get out there and do as much as I can.
Being in Florida, I know I used to ask Will, man, it's hard to be a wheeler out in Miami, right? I mean...
Yeah, it's different. For sure. Being in California for so long out there, and then,
Did you do the Rubicon in California?
Actually have not done the Rubicon. I was supposed to do it this year once I got the 392 built, and then, like I said, life changed, so I didn't get a chance to go out there, but I still have plans. I've got some friends that are like an hour from the Rubicon, so I've got some things in the works. Just... All right. Figuring it all out, making it all fit into the calendar appropriately, and nice. Also, I guess, working at Karnage. I have to go to work. I have to make money. So
how long you gonna be there? How long you gonna be in Florida?
What's my plan?
Yeah.
My plan is to go with the flow and figure it out as life comes.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Sometimes you spend too much time on planning and then those plans fall through. So sometimes you just have to learn to roll with the punches.
All right, we got some fun rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Coffee or energy drink?
Coffee. Cafecito.
There you go. Dream trail.
Probably the Rubicon right now. It's one of my big ones.
Yeah. I know the answer in Colorado, but I don't know the answer in Florida. So hard top or soft top?
I don't really know the question for Florida either, to be honest.
Well, what's on the 392? Is it a hard top? Do you have a hard top?
No, I have soft top. But there's a lot of people that still run hard tops because there's not really anything out here to like snag on. There's no rocks. There's no trees to grab you. So you can pretty much run whatever you want here because you're not wheeling hard.
One Jeep mod you can't live without.
One Jeep mod I can't live without lockers.
What's one Jeep mod you could live without?
Lights. But I do love my Baja designs. Like, don't get me wrong.
Rock lights or...
Yeah, rock lights. Rock lights are pretty much just for show. It's not necessary to have that. Like, knuckle mounts, to me, serve a purpose. If you're going to want to go night wheeling, you have knuckle mounts. It turns with the wheels, so then you can actually see where you're going. It helps you go farther. Like, that has a purpose.
I just installed those. Those are cool. Like, those are like, yeah, that's like when that's a game changer. Absolutely.
Yes, for sure.
Celebrity Jeep ride. Who is riding shotgun with you?
Oof. That's a really hard one for me because I don't get in, like, I'm not a huge Gerard Butler. I guess that's my man crush.
Gerard Butler. Oh, okay. Okay, when you're wheeling, what's the music? Is it country, rock, or silence?
I like a little bit of everything, like alt, country, rock, all of the things. A little rap sometimes.
Yeah.
Old school rap.
What's one word your friends would would use to describe your Jeep style? Are you a send it, or are you a thinker, or are you technical? Like,
I'm not a send it quite as much as Will and Marvin, but I don't know. I'm gonna take on any challenge. The wheeler. Like if I see something, I want to at least put tires on it. I'm not gonna, be the wildest, craziest, but I'm also not gonna be like, I don't want to do that. I like to see what it's got,
Your favorite Jeep besides yours?
So I saw this one out at SEMA last year, and I actually know Bond pretty well out at Rebel Off-Road. The unit. Have you seen the unit? It's got the shock towers that come up and out of the hood. It's a white two-door with orange accents. It's pretty wild looking. I just like it because it looks super aggressive. I've never got to wheel it or be with them when they wheel it, but I just like the look of it.
If your life had a theme song, what song would it be?
I think it's called Mr. Sunshine.
Mr.
It's
Sunshine.
the song off of Guardians of the Galaxy. Sun is shining in the sky.
Why is that? Are you just always so happy, or what?
No, it's not that I'm always happy, but that song just brings a smile to my face every single time. And I just I like the feeling that it gives me of happiness and joy and just life is okay.
Oh, that's awesome. So what's next for you?
What's next? SEMA. Yeah.
Do you ever build something for SEMA? Are you building something for SEMA, or are you just going to watch?
So last year, the Gladiator was at SEMA with Spicer. And then this year, the 392 will actually be in Central Hall with Aero Exhaust. I'll be displaying, and then I'll also be in the Lincoln Electric booth on Tuesday, just hanging out with a lot of rad girls. Send It Ruby will be there. A lot of other girls at Lincoln.
So you're a big welder too? I'm
not a huge welder. I actually met them last year at SEMA. They asked me, hey, do you want to come learn to weld? I'm like, yes, absolutely. Knowledge is one of the things that I can't get enough of. So they taught me how to weld. And so now I can weld. I'm getting better every day, every weld that I do. I'm not perfect by any means, but progress every day. A little better than yesterday.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you hanging out, and it was fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Truly appreciate it. I had a good time.
All right, guys, that was Lorie, and Lorie is crushing it, and it's going to be awesome. If you're at SEMA, definitely check out her Jeep there. And, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys.